Hello friends, today we will study antimicrobial agent. Friends, a chemical substance which acts on microorganism are called antimicrobial agents. And friends, the drug which acts on microorganism or microbes are called antimicrobial drugs. See friends, these microorganisms are unicellular organisms which we cannot see through our naked eye. The antimicrobial drugs which are available in the market are antibacterial drug, antiviral drug, antifungal drug, antiprotozoal drug and antihelminthic drug. See friends, antibacterial drug, they acts on bacteria. Antiviral drug, they acts on virus. Antifungal drug, they acts on fungus. Antiprotozoal drugs, they act on protozoa, and antihelminthic drug, they act on helminths. So these bacteria, virus, fungus, protozoa, helminths, they all are microorganisms. Now friends, one by one we will see about all the antimicrobial drugs. Among all the antimicrobial drugs, antibacterial drug are very important for you. Friends, before I get into the subject antimicrobial drugs or antibiotic, we will see about bacteria. See friends, bacteria are microscopic single cellular organisms that exist in environment both inside and outside living organism. These bacteria are harmful, but some of these bacteria are useful also. Friends, these bacteria are classified into its shape and size. See in this figure, you can see the bacteria are having different shape and size. The bacteria are also classified according to its shape, according to gram stain and according to oxygen demand. The bacteria which are classified according to the shape are Spirilla, Bacilli, Cocci, Vibrio, Spirochaetes and Actinomyces. And the bacteria which are classified under gram stain are gram positive bacteria and gram negative bacteria. And the bacteria which are classified under oxygen demand, they are aerobic and anaerobic. Now friends, we will see one by one the name of bacteria which are classified according to the shape. The bacteria which are classified according to the shape which is spherical, they are called Cocci bacteria. The Cocci bacteria having the shape spherical, as you can see in the picture. Some of the Cocci bacteria are Diplococcus pneumoniae. These are gram positive, cause pneumonia. Streptococcus pyogenes, these are gram positive, causes pharyngitis, tonsillitis. And Staphylococcus aureus, they are gram positive, causes skin and soft tissue infection. They causes pneumonia and bone and joint infections. So friends, we have seen the Cocci bacteria. Now the rod-shaped bacteria are Bacilli. The Bacilli bacteria, some of the examples are Salmonella typhi. These are gram negative, cause typhoid fever. We have Shigella dysentery. These are gram negative, develop diarrhea and stomach cramps. Then Escherichia coli, that is E. coli, which is a very common bacteria, which is Bacilli and rod-shaped, and they are gram negative, cause urinary tract infection. Friends, the coiled-shaped bacteria are called Spirilla, and the example is Spirilla minus. They are gram negative bacteria, causes rat bite fever. And the comma-shaped bacteria are Vibrio bacteria, and the example of Vibrio bacteria are Vibrio cholera. This cholera is caused by Vibrio cholera. These are negative, gram negative bacteria and comma shaped. And spiral shaped bacteria are Spirochaetes. These Spirochaetes are spiral shaped, and the example is Treponema pallidum. This Treponema pallidum is gram-negative bacteria, causes syphilis. Friends, the fungus cepid bacteria, as you can see in this picture, these bacteria are fungus cepid and they are called actinomyces. This and the example of actinomyces is actinomycetes, and these are gram positive bacteria and they are used to prepare medicines. So friends, we have seen the different types of bacteria according to the shape. Now friends, we will see the classification of bacteria according to the stain. The bacteria which are classified according to the stain are gram positive bacteria, and these gram positive bacteria retain the primary stain, that is crystal violet, whereas gram negative bacteria allows the crystal violet to wash out on addition of ethanol. So by staining, gram positive and gram negative bacteria are there. Now we will see the examples of gram positive and gram negative bacteria. Some of the gram positive bacteria are Mycobacterium tuberculi, and they causes tuberculosis. Gram positive bacteria are Bacillus anthracis, Clostridium tetani. This Clostridium tetani causes tetanus. Staphylococcus aureus, Streptococcus pyogenes, these are the gram positive bacteria. And some of the gram negative bacteria are Haemophilus influenza, which causes bacterial influenza, Neisseria gonorrhea, and Brotidella pertussis, Neisseria meningitis, and Escherichia coli. So these bacteria are gram negative bacteria. Haemophilus influenza, once again I repeat, Neisseria gonorrhea, Brotidella pertussis, Neisseria meningitis, and Escherichia coli. So friends, these are the gram negative bacteria, and we have also seen gram positive bacteria. Now friends, we will see the classification of bacteria according to the oxygen demand, and they are aerobes and anaerobes. See friends, aerobes bacteria can live and grow in oxygen, whereas anaerobes bacteria can live without oxygen. And some of the example of aerobes bacteria are Pseudomonas aeruginosa and Enterococcus faecalis. These are aerobes bacteria, and anaerobes bacteria are Streptococcus species and Actinomyces species. These are anaerobes bacteria which can live without oxygen. So friends, here we have seen the classification of bacteria, and according to the shape, according to the stain, and according to the oxygen demand, these bacteria has been classified. Now we will see about the antibacterial drug. These antibacterial drug acts on bacteria. Friends, these antibacterial drugs are classified into two, but before classification we will see what is this drug is all about. Antibiotic drugs are a group of medicine that are used to treat infection caused by bacteria, and they are classified into two types, that is bactericidal as well as bacteriostatic. Friends, bactericidal antibiotic are the antibiotic which kills the bacteria, whereas bacteriostatic are the antibiotic which stop the growth of bacteria, which inhibit the growth of bacteria. They are called bacteriostatic, whereas bactericidal, they kills the bacteria. Now we will see which are the bactericidal bacteria. The antibiotic which kills the bacteria by inhibiting cell wall synthesis, by inhibiting protein synthesis, by acting on DNA guidase enzyme which fragment the bacterial chromosome and destroy nucleus. So by three mechanism they kill the bacteria, and they are called bactericidal antibacterial drug. Whereas bacteriostatic drug, they interfere the bacterial protein production, they interfere in DNA replication and interfering in the bacterial cellular metabolism, and thereby these bacteriostatic antibiotic limits the growth of bacteria. So friends, we have seen the two different types of bacteria: bactericidal, which kills the bacteria, and bacteriostatic, which limits the growth of bacteria in the host. Now we will see the antibiotic. Friends, these antibiotic, as we have seen, it is classified into bactericidal and bacteriostatic. Some of the examples of bactericidal are aminoglycosides, beta-lactams and quinolones. These are the antibiotics which are bactericidal. As we have discussed, friends, aminoglycosides interfere in the protein synthesis, whereas beta-lactam antibiotic, they inhibit these beta-lactams, and quinolone, they have the effect on DNA guidase. So by this they are bactericidal drug, and the few examples of these drugs like aminoglycosides, they are neomycin, kanamycin, gentamicin, amikacin and streptomycin. They all are the group of aminoglycosides. Now we will see the beta-lactam drugs. Beta-lactam drugs are ampicillin, cloxacillin, amoxicillin, cephalosporins. Friends, these cephalosporins are in generations. They are available in first generation, second generation, third generation, fourth generation, and up to now fifth generation of cephalosporin are also available. These generations are classified according to the spectrum of these beta-lactams. The first generation cephalosporin are cefazolin, cefadroxil. The second generation are cefaclor, cefoxim, cefuroxime and cefproxil. So these are the second generation. The third generation cephalosporin are cefaxime, cefotaxime and ceftazidime. Fourth generation are cefapime, cefaperome, and the fifth generation are ceftobiprole and ceftolozane. These are the fifth generation cephalosporin which are now available. So we have seen the different generation of cephalosporin. Now we will see the quinolones. They are bactericidal drugs, and the quinolones are ciprofloxacin, ofloxacin, norfloxacin, gatifloxacin, levofloxacin. So these oxacins are quinolones. So friends, we have seen the different bactericidal drugs. Now we will see the bacteriostatic drug. The bacteriostatic drug which limits the growth of bacteria, and they are classified as azole derivatives, microlides, sulfonamide and tetracycline. These bactericidal are azole derivatives, I repeat, macrolides, sulfonamide and tetracycline. In azole derivatives we have metronidazole, tinidazole, ornidazole. These are bacteriostatic drug. In macrolides group we have erythromycin, azithromycin, clarithromycin. These are the macrolides. In the group of sulfonamide we have sulfa drug. Sulfa group of drugs are in sulfonamide, pented sulfa and all. Now in the group of tetracycline we have doxycycline, oxytetracycline, etc. So friends, we have seen in bactericidal drug and bacteriostatic drug. Now friends, we will see about the antiviral drug. The antiviral drug are acyclovir, which are for herpes zoster, adifovir, which are for hepatitis B, baloxavir, Marboxil, which are for influenza A and influenza B. We have ritonavir, that is for HIV. These are antiviral drug. Now we will see the antifungal drug. Friends, these antifungal drugs are clotrimazole, iconazole, miconazole, terbinafine, ketoconazole. So these group of bacteria are of azole group, which are antifungal drug, and itraconazole also, which is the latest antifungal drug which is available now. So they acts upon the microorganism called fungus. Now we will see the antiprotozoal drug. These are metronidazole, tinidazole, pentamidine, fenbendazole. So these fenbendazole, pentamidine, tinidazole and metronidazole, they are antiprotozoal drug and which acts on microorganism called protozoa. We will see now antihelminthic drug. They acts on helminths, and these drugs are piperazine citrate, a very common drug, albendazole, mebendazole, and thibendazole. They are antihelminthic drugs. So piperazine citrate, albendazole, mebendazole, thiabendazole, these drugs acts on helminths. So friends, we have seen the different type of antimicrobial drug. Now we will see the features of antimicrobial drug. The features of antimicrobial drugs are selective toxicity, and selective toxicity features says that these drugs kills pathogen without damaging the host. They are selective toxic antimicrobial drug. Therapeutic index is the feature of antimicrobial drug, which we will study in details in pharmacology video. This is the ratio between toxic dose and therapeutic dose. And the feature of antimicrobial drug is antimicrobial action, which you have seen, bacteriostatic as well as bactericidal. And there is a feature called a spectrum. Antimicrobial drug is broad spectrum, which has a coverage against both gram positive and gram negative bacteria, that is broader coverage, whereas the narrow spectrum antimicrobial have narrow coverage. So according to the feature of antimicrobial drugs, we decide the minimum inhibitory concentration, that is MIC. The MIC of the drug is the minimum concentration of drug to inhibit the growth of bacteria. So friends, here we end the antimicrobial drug chapter. Friends, thank you very much for your patient listening. Thank you friends.